Hey, welcome back everybody. I'm Lewis and this is Metal Lens Reviews. What's up? So, if this happens to be your first time here, you're checking out my channel, you like what you see, thank you. Please, my friends, do me that favor of like, comment, subscribe. As I mentioned before, really helps me grow the channel, spread it to the masses, and of course motivates me to provide you guys more content to watch. Alright, what are we doing? Well, if you guessed video reactions, you'd be right. Alright, I gotta explain this one. So the band I'm checking out is My Chemical Romance, and the song is called Helena. Now, My Chemical Romance, a lot of you probably know who they are. In fact, they kind of kickstarted a movement, if you will. Emo, it's a scene, you know, like screamo or metal or hardcore. Now, growing up, obviously, as a kid, I kind of gravitated towards the heavier stuff. Metallica, Slayer, Pantera, Rob Zombie, Lamb of God, that was my bag. But then, like, you know, every category has subcategories, subgenres, you know, emo being one of them. And My Chemical Romance, like when I think of emo, My Chemical Romance, I'm sure they're not the first or the last, but they definitely were a bulk of the emo scene. And, yeah, to put a metal person and an emo person in the same room probably wasn't the best idea. A little conflict there. It's silly when you think about it now, but that's just how it was, you know. And yeah, I kind of avoided that entire thing, you know. Like goth and metal, you know. Goth, always the dark, you know, London kind of vibes, you know, dressed in black, makeup, eyeliner, classy looking though. Metalheads with their, you know, leather jackets or jean jackets, band shirt. Emo kids, similar to goth in a way, eyeliner, you know, a little bit of red, maybe, you know, some hair dye, change your color of the hair. I don't know, but you know, we all had our look to us, and it just it was a big scene, you know, and it lasted a long time. I'm not sure exactly when it died out. I mean, I know as of now, My Chemical Romance, I think, they just got off of a tour, or they're going to tour again. So, a lot of these bands, like them, AFI, they're still around, you know. But the scene, give or take, some people, I guess, still dress that way. But, I don't know. Anyway, I literally heard maybe, like, one song. I mean, I listened to the radio, and obviously you know, a single or a hit is going to come on the radio, and for them it was Black Parade. And I mean, for what it was, I thought it was good. You know, it's a long song, it's epic, has a nice build to it. This I picked literally because I think it's like their second best song. I typed in on Google My Chemical Romance best songs, and this was like in the lineup. So I already heard of Black Parade, and you know, with, I guess, most albums, some bands evolve, change their sound, so I don't know how this is going to sound, you know. Hopefully YouTube lets me show you guys the video, because sometimes they make me blur it, so, you know, we'll see with that. But, yeah, this should be cool, because this is, like, something, you know, I was around as a kid, you know, but I just kind of avoid it. So, you know, now that I'm old, I'm way more diverse when it comes to music, especially when you do, you know, stuff like this. You know, you have to be open to listen to new music, I think. Whether you like it or not, or, you know, experience different genres. It's good, it's healthy, and really, you know, it does wonders for your mind and your thinking capabilities, I think, you know. There's a lot of music out there, and, you know, you gotta test the waters. Alright, guys, this kind of went on a little too long, this intro, I'm sorry, but here it is. This is My Chemical Romance with Helena. We're gonna check it out together, alright? I'm scared.
Long ago, just like the herbs, you died again and again. We are so far from you. Burning on, just like a matches, try to incinerate the lives of everyone you know. And what's the worst to take from every heart you
Okay. So yeah, this is exactly how I would have pictured it. Yeah, yeah. This I don't know. Is this on the same album as Black Parade? I don't know, but the look, the feel, emo. I feel like has this influence, definitely of punk, a little bit of alternative. I mean, the other variant of emo, screamo, a little more aggressive. But even this, I mean, like, this is cool. And what's crazy is there's people I know that are just discovering them, and they're like, yeah, this is great, like, I can only imagine if I were to introduce someone who discovered My Chemical Romance and this is like their gateway into heavy music, and then I showed them like Cannibal Corpse, their heads would explode. But, I mean, to each his own. Whoever, your taste is going to be your taste. I'm an adult now. I can like whatever I want. I don't have to be, I dress one way, but I'm not fixed in a category. So, but yeah, this is, I mean, the intro did sound familiar. Maybe I did hear it at some point. I just, for me to recall this song in particular would be impossible. Like I said, I avoided emo for a very, very long emo music in general. It wasn't my thing. And but I had a lot of friends that were into it, and I would hear different bands through them, and I would show them my stuff, and back and forth. But this is, yeah, I mean, it's not bad, at this era, oh my god, man. Every Hot Topic, every Spencer's you went in, even FYE or Suncoast, there was some kind of product from, one of the more popular bands, whether it be My Chemical Romance or AFI or Green Day. I mean, shirts, coasters, all over, But yeah, it was just one of those scenes that took a long time to go away. But now that I look back, I'm glad it made the impact it did. All right, let's keep going. It's fun. Imagine, like, this is your funeral service right here. You gotta admit, to be kind of epic, right? They're usually quiet and dreary. And everyone here is dressed for a funeral. But they trust me when I say they used to dress like this on a modern, everyday occasion. Not modern, but, I mean, your everyday occasion. A scene kid or an emo kid or whatever, You can tell us apart, Yes and no. Today, I don't know, because it all kind of blended together. It's just, there's nothing that stands out. Like, you were proud to represent whatever musical genre you were a part of, and it showed, But yeah, looking back, like I said, I met, even though we had musical differences, I met a lot of cool, interesting people that, lived and died by this kind of music and literally wore it on their sleeves. And it was cool. I appreciate it for what it was. I mean, it's not easy being in a band in general and starting a band, finding people that have the same, likability and influences as you, and everything that comes, all the hard work in developing a band, And, I mean, this band, obviously there was bands before it and after it, but once again, to represent, if there was a figurehead that represent emo, I would have to go with My Chemical Romance. And like I said, there's a lot. For me, it was a toss-up between AFI and My Chemical Romance. I went with My Chemical Romance just because of the little bit of tidbit music that I did listen to. I came across them. Not this song. Or maybe I have. I don't know. It's hard to remember. But, I felt a little more comfortable and familiar with it. But this is definitely, I'm out of place, you know what I mean? But then again, I don't think there's not much of us left. There's probably undercover, people that listen to metal music and emo and hardcore or whatever, but they don't, dress the part. Obviously, you don't have to do that anymore. But for what it was good while it lasted, and people definitely had fun with it. Like I said, it was one of those things. It came and it went, but for that period it was here. It was very interesting, man. All right, let's keep going. You gotta admit, the song's definitely catchy. If I was at a party and they were playing this, I'd probably headbang to it. Who am I fooling? I love how it's like for a music video, this is like really well done. Back then they just did it better. I don't know. I mean, today, yeah, they got the technology to make a music video look like a movie, but this is just the way it's shot, the choreography. Who would have thought, right? In an emo video. But yeah. It's just, it's cool. I'm coming around now to like checking it out. Depending on how well this video does, maybe I'll do another, My Chemical Romance song that I've never heard of, or AFI, or I don't know, whoever. I'll let you guys decide. But, yeah, interesting nonetheless. And, they're not bad. I mean, everyone's obviously talented. The singer, I think it goes without saying, he's super talented. Like I said, people used to worship this band, and that singer in particular. He's just, he's not a one-trick pony. The way he could project his voice and sing and just, carry himself. And the band too. It's emo we're talking about here, but to say it's light and feathery and airy, no, there's an edge to it. And I think that's what drew people to this genre. That bad edge to it, yes, it's depressing. Yes, it has that gothic atmosphere. But at the same time, it just felt good, get exercising your demons when listening to, a song that, could, help you get through some troubled times. A lot of people had them, certain bands that they went to, and My Chemical Romance was definitely on a lot of people's lists to help them get through whatever problem they had. Alright, well, let's keep going. We got a little bit left. I'll finish it through, and I'll tell you guys my final thoughts. Well done. Alright, well, yeah. I guess I missed out a little bit. Once again, it wasn't my preferred genre in the rock universe, but, today, like I said, it's all blended together, and I was glad. I'm glad to be, to have grown up in that kind of era. Whatever disputes I had, obviously it's Gone with the Wind, yeah, this is a good song, catchy. I see why. It's definitely up there as a fan favorite, you know. Like I said, I listened to one song from them that I'm aware of. You know, who knows what other songs I came across, you know, traveling or whatever. But recognizable anyway was just one song, Black Parade, which I think by itself, once again, not my bag, but I could appreciate it. It was very long, very complex, very just, you know, well-crafted song. And this too, man, had you know, it was just theatrical, you know what I mean? The lyrics just, you know, I totally get it. I've seen the light, or darkness, I should say. I know why people have invested their time and energy into bands like My Chemical Romance. You know, they just have that aura about them that's very alluring and draws people in, especially if you're troubled or just, you know, need to get some, release some steam from whatever you're going through. I see why My Chemical Romance might have been that band to go to, you know, or my bands I listen to are probably a little more aggressive, you know, violent, whatever. But to each his own, you know. And this was fun. This was cool. And a definite trip down memory lane. Like I said, I don't know the song, but their flow, how they play, how they sound, is very much the era I grew up in. And it's like nostalgia city right now in my head. And that's awesome. Alright guys, well there you have it. That's My Chemical Romance with Helena. Hey, if you listened this far, thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you'd like to request another song, because normally I go through the comments, but you know that takes a little longer than usual, and they're very random. If you want to expedite that and put your request at the top of the hill, I'll leave a little link. Buy me a coffee, which is another way to support the channel, and like I said, request a song, and I'll get to it ASAP. Alright, my friends, there you have it, and as always, I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.